There have been so many changes, both in my personal life and in my work life, and it was truly a test and a challenge to determine what I really held important to me. And I've come to many conclusions in the last few weeks, and I'm not saying I'm ever going to not change my conclusions, because they change on a daily basis. And I'm sure you can probably attest that you probably have so many thoughts that go through your mind that all of it starts to become almost debilitating. You start to wonder, am I even thinking the right thing? Am I even going through the motions properly, or am I just going through the motions just to please everybody else? I've started to realize that I had a great passion to help people, and to help people in ways that I felt that were special to me. I'm not going to say that anyone trained me to be this helpful. No one trained me on how to go beyond the expectation of what was my job. It was something that came from within me. And it was something that I felt passionate about, that I wanted to make sure that people I trained and coached felt the same passion. But you know what? I soon realized that not everyone has the same kind of passion as me. And as much as I'm passionate about helping people financially and helping them reach their financial goals, I can't expect that everyone feels the same way. Even though to me it sounds logical, like why wouldn't anyone want to reach their financial goals? Or why wouldn't anyone want to help someone else do this, especially if they're in the industry? What is my priority this week? What is my priority this month? And be okay with it. You know what I mean? I think that the priorities that I set for myself, and I'm guessing the same things for you, they're important to your health, but they're important to your well-being. I really had to, take a step back and really analyze what was important to me at the moment. And as much as I have many goals and many aspirations to do many things, I started to doubt myself in terms of, am I even going in the right direction? You just have these doubts in your mind, and they may come up multiple times in a day, they may come up multiple times in a month, but you just have these doubts, and they start to weigh on you, and then they start to veer you away from what's actually important to you. I can imagine that a lot of you probably struggle with this, maybe on a regular basis, where your doubts are probably the most important thing and weighing on your mind, and all it's doing is just stopping you in your tracks of moving forward. And that's what I start to feel. And it's still a struggle in the sense that I am who I am, and I internalize a lot of stuff, and I just have to accept myself. And so that's another thing too. Accept who you are, learn from it, and move forward, and try to make sure that you're always taking care of yourself, whatever that looks like. The other thing that I also had to determine was the fact that I am who I am. I have integrity. I know why I do certain things, and it's not to serve myself. In the end, I am a servant. In the end, I help serve others, and in ways they may not even know that I serve them, but to me, it makes me feel better. And in the end, what is it for? It's really to become that servant to others. And like I said, I'm there for others, but it's also important to me. And it's one of those things that I had to really think about. That's my priority, being there for other people, and it makes me happy. I guess what I started to do is doubt myself whether it was something I should be doing, because maybe it wasn't moving me forward in other aspects. But it makes me happy. It makes me happy to help serve others, because in the end, everything I do is for people that are important to me. In the end, I want to be able to help my family, and I want to be able to help my friends who've always been there for me, and without having to really prioritize my needs and wants now, I really can't get anywhere. And so to develop myself, I also have to realize that I have to have a balance. I know I'm hardworking. I know that I have the potential to work hard. I have the integrity, because I'm doing it for me and for others. And I'm not doing it to bring others down. If anything, I want to bring others up. And I have the passion. So when you lump all those things together and you still sprinkle in self-doubt, I can't even imagine how many people struggle with this, and how many people struggle with the fact that they probably don't realize this, but they're doubting themselves to not maybe get through certain things. And I can't imagine for someone who hasn't realized their purpose in life or what passions they have that they still have to share with the world, or the potential they have, that they don't realize this. And it makes me sad, because I want everyone to know that as much as you doubt yourself, you know what? Everyone has a purpose. Everyone's there for a specific reason. I guess my message today is, even someone like me who might seem on the surface a little bit more confident and passionate, and in the past, I also have self-doubts, and I don't want to ever give anyone the impression that I don't have doubts or vulnerabilities, but I do. And it's just a matter of picking yourself back up and really prioritizing what's important to you and what's going to move you forward, and what eventually is going to be you, be yourself. And in the end, I really had to really realize I know who I am and I know what I want to do, and I just have to pick myself back up. All of you have a purpose. As long as your heart's in it, and as long as you're good to each other and you're hardworking and you have the integrity, just try to reignite that passion. Try and reignite the passion that makes you happy and that's serving to others. I got you all.